What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are over here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and I am going to give you a first-timer's guide to this park. If you didn't know, I've already done a first-timer's guide to Magic Kingdom as well as Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs. So if you would like to check those videos out, I will leave a link in the description down below. Now, this video might not be that useful for you experts here at Disney, but for your first-timers, this is going to be a good guide for you guys. Kind of get a quick overview about what Disney Hollywood Studios is and kind of what's over here. First things first, you actually have a few ways to get over here to Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you are staying at any of the Epcot resorts, you can walk over here through the walkway, and you can also take the boat over here. If you are staying at a resort that connects through the Skyliner, or if you're at Epcot, you can transport over here to the Disney Skyliner, and of course you can take the bus. And then here we are, we've made it to Disney's Hollywood Studios. This park was actually open on May 1st, 1989, so it just celebrated its 30th birthday just a couple years ago. And as you can see, this is where you will come over if you need to buy your ticket or anything. This where cast members can help you buy your tickets. And then when we walk straight through, we enter the park. We're gonna scan our tickets right up here. So Hollywood Studios right now is a little bit different just because of the pandemic and everything going on. So if you come over here, it might be a little bit different than how it is today, what I'm showing you, because some things right now are closed over here. So first thing, we enter into the park. This is called Hollywood Boulevard. And we're gonna find a lot of things, kind of just like how Main Street USA is over at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna find our guest relations, which is gonna be over here to the left side. You can handle all your guest relations needs. And this is also gonna be a place where you can find a lot of gift shops. Also, if you need a locker, lockers will be over here to the right side. And then wheelchair, ECV, and stroller rentals are gonna be over here in this area as well. So as we walk down Hollywood Boulevard, we can actually go to stores on either side of the street. So right here on the left side, this is called the Mickey's of Hollywood, and then on the right side, it's the Dark Room, the Five and Dime. They are all gonna pretty much have the same things. They're kind of just divided into two different sides here. Hollywood Studios is home to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and actually the only place to get Star Wars merchandise outside of the land is actually at the Keystone Clothers. And then on the opposite side of Keystone Clothers is the trolley car, also known as Starbucks. Every Disney park has a Starbucks. So when you come over to Hollywood Studios, you might be a little bit confused about the theme. The theme has actually changed a couple times over its existence. But when it first opened, it was about taking you behind the scenes of the movies, kind of teaching you how they're made. And now kind of the theme of Hollywood Studios is taking you into the movies. So you're not really learning about how movies are made anymore, but kind of about taking you inside of them. If we keep making our way down Hollywood Boulevard, we will run into the newest attraction at Disney, which is right here, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is housed inside one of the icons of Hollywood Studios, which is the Chinese Theater right here. And also this area of the park is kind of the hub of this park, which means that we can kind of go to any of the lands that we want. Hollywood Studios is a little bit different than the other Disney theme parks that are here at Disney World because it's not really a circle. It's very irregular because this goes off this way, and then if you want to go to a certain land called Sunset Boulevard, we have to kind of backtrack and go that way. So it's a little bit confusing, but we'll just kind of go in a clockwise fashion as best as we can. So if we turn left from the end of Hollywood Boulevard, this section right here is called Echo Lake, and it's called Echo Lake because there's actually a little lake over here. But Echo Lake is home to two different shows. Right here we've got the Hyperion Theater, which actually houses the Frozen sing-along, a very popular show. And also there is the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, which is a really cool show. It actually has the old school Hollywood Studios vibe where it kind of takes you behind the scenes of the movie, showing you how it's made. Right now the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular is closed. In Echo Lake we've also got two great restaurants. Right here we've got the 50s Primetime Cafe, one of the most popular restaurants at Disney World because it actually takes you like kind of back in time to the 1950s. The waitresses are kind of like making sure that you keep your elbows off the table, make sure that you finish all your food. And this features like old school American cuisine right here. And then on the side of the 50s Primetime Cafe, we actually have Hollywood and Vine, which is right over here. And this is a restaurant that features character dining. So usually this is a buffet style restaurant. And then characters, different Disney characters will come around to your table, sign autographs, take pictures. And then aside from the two main shows, including the Indiana Jones and the Frozen show, we also have a little short animated movie, which is right over here in this theater. And it is called Vacation Fun, and it features the new Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse cartoons. And then before we head out to Echo Lake completely, we have one quick service restaurant, which is right here, the Backlot Express, just featuring basically quick service food like burgers, hot dogs, and also one attraction, which is Star Tours. Now this is not part of Star Wars land, this is not part of Galaxy's Edge, this is outside of that land. And Star Tours is one of the oldest attractions here, and to the side of Star Tours is actually a cool little thing that kids can usually do. It's called Jedi Trials of the Temple, and kids between the ages of 4 and 12 can come over here and test their Jedi skills against characters like Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. And from the exit to Star Tours, we can actually go straight into Grand Avenue and Galaxy's Edge, but we'll actually turn right over here into Commissary Lane to check this out first. Commissary Lane isn't going to have any attractions, but they will have a couple restaurants. The first being the Sci-Fi Dine-In, which is a very cool restaurant where you sit in a car, kind of like you're at the drive-in movies, but they will actually serve you food, and there's a constant movie that's being played in here. And just beside the Sci-Fi Dine-In is actually a quick service restaurant, another quick service restaurant. This is called the ABC Commissary, which I think is probably the most popular quick service restaurant here in Hollywood Studios. And usually down here on Commissary Lane, you will be able to meet Mickey and Minnie right over here, right across from the ABC Commissary. Right now they are not meeting, of course. And that's it as far as the Commissary Lane goes. Then we head out of the Commissary Lane and head into Grand Avenue. Grand Avenue is mainly going to be home to the Muppets area, but they do have this spot right here, which is pretty popular. This is called the Baseline Tap House, where it is just as what it seems. It's a place where you can come get beer, cocktails, wine, and some specialty snacks. Now remember, you can drink alcohol outside at any of the parks except for Magic Kingdom. And then we head into Grand Park, which is where we will find the show Muppet Vision 3D, which, if you didn't know, this is actually Jim Henson's last work. This is the last thing he ever worked on. In Grand Avenue, you will find a quick service restaurant right here. This is called Pizza Rizzo, based on the character Rizzo from the Muppets, and they sell pizza here. And there is also Mama Melrose Restaurant Italiano, and I've actually eaten here before, and this is a really good table service Italian restaurant. And then that is it for Grand Avenue, but then we come over here to this kind of weird looking concrete style wall, but actually this is the main entrance to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And when we walk under these arches, we are actually transported to a completely different world. This planet is called Batuu, and we are here at the Black Spire Outpost. Now, of course, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is Disney's newest land. It's also the biggest land they've ever done before as an expansion. And there's actually two entrances to Galaxy's Edge. The one I just showed you, that's the main entrance. There's also another entrance over by Toy Story Land. But when we walk in, the first attraction that we see is actually called the Rise of the Resistance. This is, in my opinion, the greatest attraction Disney's ever created, but this attraction is also very hard to get on. It's not like a normal attraction where you just walk in line and then stand by till your time has come to ride the ride. You actually have to get a boarding group. Boarding groups are distributed at 7 in the morning and at 1 p.m. At 7 in the morning, you can do it from anywhere. You can do it from your hotel room, wherever you're staying. If you want to do the one at 1 afternoon, you have to be inside Hollywood Studios. So how do you get a boarding group? Well, first off, you have to have the My Disney Experience app, and you have to have your tickets linked to this app. What you're going to want to do is right before 7 a.m. you're going to come to this home page right here, and you're going to see Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, request access to virtual queue. You're going to click join, and then it's just going to load like this, and then hopefully there is a wait time available for you. And if it is, click join, click everyone in your party that's going to be getting on this attraction. And then you will be assigned a boarding group. They will be calling boarding groups throughout the day. So they start off with 0 to 10 and then make their way all the way up. It's highly recommended that you try and get the 7 a.m. boarding groups, because a lot of the times there is no more boarding groups even for the 1 o'clock people who are trying to get one. So Galaxy's Edge is kind of broken up into 3 different sections. Right here, this is kind of like the Forest, the Resistance section, and then we also have the Black Spire Outpost section, as well as kind of the First Order section. And of course, while we are walking around this land, be on the lookout for these cool ships. Like right here in the Resistance section, of course, we're gonna have some Resistance ships. And also be on the lookout for characters like Chewbacca and Rey, as well as Kylo Ren and some stormtroopers. And as we make our way out of that Resistance forest area, we come up to the Black Spire Outpost. And the Black Spire Outpost is a cool little area, and it's just as it sounds. It's a market area for the residents of Batuu. This is where they come and sell their goods. You can get some special Star Wars popcorn over here. You can get something to eat and buy cool things from the Star Wars universe. And the Black Spire Outpost is where you will find Ronto Roasters, where they have the Ronto wrap, a very good food option here in Galaxy's Edge, which is right over here. And then just on the back side of the Black Spire Outpost, if we turn around, well, right now we see these stormtroopers right here, but there is a droid depot. This right here is called the droid depot. You can come in here and basically build your own droid. You can have a different personality chip in it. You can customize its color, what it looks like. And then to the left of that, there is Savi's workshop. And this is where you can actually come and build your own personal lightsaber, and it comes with like a little show, a little personal show. So 2 very cool things to do if you have the money. But if you aren't interested in building your own lightsaber or making your own droid, there is a very cool shop in Galaxy's Edge, and it's right over here. It's called Doc Ondar's Den of Antiques. Basically, this shop is owned by Doc Ondar, and he has a bunch of antiques that he's collected throughout the years. And this is where you'll find things like legacy lightsabers from characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker. So if you are a fan of Star Wars, this is definitely a place to check out. Doc Ondar's Den of Antiques. Across from Doc Ondar's, we will find our table service restaurant in Galaxy's Edge. This is called Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, which serves Star Wars inspired meals. And then just behind that restaurant, we have the Millennium Falcon right here. And the Millennium Falcon is home to the ride Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which is a very cool ride. You actually get to control this ride. And as we continue away from kind of the Black Spire Outpost area, we'll kind of sort of come closer to the First Order area. But the first thing that we see over here is a bar. This is called Oga's Cantina, and here they serve a lot of different cool Star Wars drinks, and one of the drinks actually has something that kind of makes your mouth tingle a little bit. So really cool drinks in here and a really cool atmosphere. Highly recommend. And as we do continue down, this is kind of where the First Order is located. We've got the Kylo Ren ship. We've got a First Order shop over here where you can actually buy different things. If you want to join the First Order, you can buy a stormtrooper helmet. But also we've got one of the most popular places in Galaxy's Edge, and this is the milk stand. The milk stand is where you can get the famous blue and green milk. The blue milk is actually what Luke drank in episode 4, I believe. The green milk was invented specifically for this, but they are both pretty good. The blue milk is much better in my opinion. It kind of tastes like blue gummy worms. And that is pretty much the end of Galaxy's Edge. Honestly, you could spend hours in Galaxy's Edge alone and not even kind of explore Hollywood Studios. Galaxy's Edge is very big. Of course, when you're in Galaxy's Edge, be on the lookout for characters, and don't be afraid to talk to the cast members over here in Galaxy's Edge, because they actually live here in Batuu and they have their own stories. And as we head out of Galaxy's Edge, we come to Toy Story Land. This land is actually the second newest land in Disney World behind Galaxy's Edge. Here we've got 3 rides, starting with the Alien Swirling Saucers. We've got the very fun roller coaster Slinky Dog Dash. And we've got Toy Story Mania, where we try to rack up points in a series of different 3D games. And we've also got a quick service restaurant. Right here is Woody's Lunchbox. So one quick service restaurant and then we also have one table service restaurant on the way. It's not open yet. It's going to be called Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, and it's going to go right here behind this black fence, and it's right by the Big Woody. And actually, while you're in Toy Story Land, you are the size of a Green Army Man toy, like one of these right here. And that's why when we look and we see Woody, that's why he's so big. And then as we head out of Toy Story Land, we come to this tiny land. This is called Municiberg, kind of based on The Incredibles. This is kind of like a temporary land, I feel. Right now it's not really being used for anything, but in the past they did have a gift shop over here. They did have a little bakery for Jack Jack's cookies, and they did have a couple meet and greets back here with some of The Incredibles, but as of right now nothing is back here. And then as we continue clockwise around Hollywood Studios, we come up in this area. This area is called the Animation Courtyard, and the first thing we see, this is called Walt Disney Presents. A very cool thing, one of my favorite things to do here at Hollywood Studios. You can come in here and kind of go into Walt Disney's life, kind of from his boyhood and past his death into Disney World and into present day. It's kind of like a cool little museum. And as we continue deeper into the Animation Courtyard, we see The Voyage of Little Mermaid. This is a show about the Little Mermaid. It's with actual actors, and it's a pretty cool show right now. It is not open. And we also have the Star Wars launch bay. This was a place that you could come and meet characters like Darth Vader, BB-8, and Chewbacca. Right now they are not meeting, of course, and it is being used as a relaxation station as of right now. And there is one more show in this area, which is the Disney Junior Dance Party, which is for little kids come see their favorite Disney Junior characters. And that really just leaves us with one more land. We are already back over here kind of in the hub by the Chinese theater, as you see right there. But one more land, and that is Sunset Boulevard. But one thing I forgot to mention is in Hollywood Boulevard, we do have the Hollywood Brown Derby restaurant. Apparently a lot of people do like this restaurant and never been here. It is a little bit on the fancy side. And here we are making our way down Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard is one of my favorite places to hang out here at Hollywood Studios. It's going to be sort of like Hollywood Boulevard, as on either side of the land here we will have different shops that we can go into. And when we're walking down Sunset Boulevard, of course, we see the huge Hollywood Tower Hotel at the very end of the street. That's also one of the icons for this park. Hollywood Studios kind of has two icons, kind of the Hollywood Tower Hotel as well as the Chinese theater. Down on Sunset Boulevard, we will also find some quick service places to get some food. We've got a Sunshine Day bar, we've got a produce stand, and the main quick service restaurant is gonna be right back over here where all these people are sitting. This is Rosie's All-American Cafe. And they also do have the Fairfax Fair, which will sell some Mexican food options and a really good ice cream place right next to it. And across from all of these quick service restaurants is right over here is the Beauty and the Beast show. This is where usually the Beauty and the Beast show is held with real actors, and it's a musical. Right now it is closed though. And in Sunset Boulevard we have two rides as well as another attraction. The first ride is going to be right here, the Tower of Terror, which is held inside the Hollywood Tower Hotel. One of the best rides at Disney World. You got to go on this one. And we've got Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, which is the most intense roller coaster at Disney World. It takes you 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. So if you love fast roller coasters, this is the roller coaster for you. And kind of hidden in the back behind the Rock and Roller Coaster is the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. This is a cool show for kids and see their favorite characters from Cars, and Lightning McQueen kind of takes you on a little test run. And one last thing that happens down on Sunset Boulevard usually at nighttime is Fantasmic, which is one of the greatest nighttime shows that Disney has. Right now it is not showing, but usually it is over here in the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater, and it is really good. So if it is open when you guys come, make sure you guys come and see Fantasmic. And that really will conclude our tour, first time guide throughout the lands. But usually there is 2 other nighttime shows that happen, and you'll want to get a spot right here down Hollywood Boulevard looking at the Chinese theater. The first one is the Wonderful World of Animation projection show, and they also do have a Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular show, which is a mix of projections and fireworks. And so guys, there you have it, first time guide to Disney Hollywood Studios. Hopefully this helped some of you guys out. I know that the other first time guides have helped some people out while preparing for their Disney vacation. I do also have some other tips and tricks videos on my channel, including a guide to Disney transportation, tips for people visiting the park with an injury or disability. So just go to my channel and check those out if you want. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, keep up with all the new videos. Leave a like on this video if it did help you out, if you learned something new. And thank y'all very much for watching. It's kind of fun to do the impossible, and I'll catch you on the next one.